Are you ready?
Hey, yo.
Welcome back, faces. We back.
Yeah, buddy.
Yup. With the predictions go wrong episode.
For you, maybe.
For you. I am a champion this weekend, baby.
Braun Strowman did the deed, baby.
Man,
And
there's
Alexa Bliss.
There's a lot of predictions we made,
Word.
guys. We made a lot of noise last week, and it didn't go so well for a lot of us. I guess a lot of us it did. We'll get into that.
You got the scores? You got
I got some scores. We got some scores.
no.
man.
Erase that number, man.
Ah,
I gotta get a restart.
Yeah, you gotta take some L's sometimes.
Fake news.
That's all right.
And we definitely not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Victor Villain here, and I got the Goons with me this week.
Ooh.
Let's go round table this week, guys. Let's go round table. Who's to my left?
Elite Steve.
You're mischief, you heard?
Follow the buzzards.
Old school Joe.
You got JP Savage in the building.
Savage. Got your boy Pretty Chubby Flacco.
Have a nice day.
Jay for job, getting the job done.
You're welcome.
Woo! Full
Taking the
roster.
job.
I think the whole faction's here this week, guys.
Damn. Everybody's gonna be a little bit smaller this week.
Celebration is in order. Celebration is in order. Let me be the first to welcome back Pretty Chubby Flacco. Welcome back, man. You've been MIA for a little while, man. Good to have you back, man. Where the hell you been, motherfucker?
Damn. Yo, that was aggressive. He will never come back.
Been on vacation, man.
Vacation, man. Just
Vacation.
sightseeing.
Listen, man, with the name
Wow.
Pretty Chubby Flacco, you know the man's busy. Come on now.
No doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt. So it's recap week. We got a lot to cover this week.
Great week. Great week
Let's
of
jump
wrestling.
right into it. Right into it, guys. Just like she said.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
NXT Takeover.
NXT Takeover, the best programming this weekend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what?
Oh, Jay the Jobber, welcome to the big
Guys,
leagues.
This is when we
All
start
right? We talk about
That's terrible.
I want to ignore that and just believe that Jay the Jabba pretended to watch this weekend. See, we forced his hand this weekend, and we made sure he watched and he enjoyed.
he more than enjoyed it.
More than enjoyed it.
He had an
Right.
experience.
You watch how you talk about my name.
Oh,
put some respect on it.
oh. You
All right, yo,
go
so
right into
NXT,
Takeover.
man, it was from all perspectives. I think everybody said it was
I say
quite possibly the best show of the week.
it was the best show of the weekend.
Right?
And you started
I
off.
most
Hands
definitely
down.
think it was the
Yo,
best show of
Dave
the weekend.
Meltzer
5 stars.
had a lot to say about this show. Although he didn't give anything 5 stars, there were a lot of 4s in there.
Well, you know Dave Meltzer saves the stars for Japan.
Yeah, of course.
course.
Yeah,
But
he's got a thing for Asians.
Hentai.
Hentai. No, absolutely. So the show I think was really, really good.
Yeah,
But,
definitely a great show. Let's run through the card real quick. NXT Championship matchup started opening up the night. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong from the Undisputed Era defeat Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch in what was the match of the night to open the show, guys. Any highlights on this match that you want to talk about?
Yeah, Oni Lorcan, and they just made stars out of themselves.
Yes.
Like, it was such a great match.
Tony Larkin definitely stole that match.
Yeah, I high spots, heavy stiff shots. It felt like indie scene, man.
Listen, yo, straight up, JP Savage talking. I'm gonna introduce myself, mother. Nah, listen. That match, the night started off with Undisputed Era getting the biggest pop, right? Coming down the ramp, everybody was just chanting their names. And in the middle of that match, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch got the respect.
Yes.
They were chanting for them. It was a great match through and through. Amazing spots. It worked. I love the ring gear. Very reminiscent of Cesaro, but they, very basic black briefs and boots with their flag around the hip. It was dope.
No doubt.
Some would say they were very old school
Yes.
approach.
Oh, you have something to say about that old school Joe?
Listen, you know what? I love the selling by Danny Burch.
Yes.
He was showing that he was rough up by the whole onslaught from Kyle O'Reilly and from Roddy.
But like I said, the first match of the night, and then the second match started.
Oh, did it start?
Ricochet and Velveteen Dream.
I'm sorry, you mean the match of the night?
The match of the night.
Match of the weekend. The match of the weekend.
Hey. That. Hot take on that.
Should I say the week?
Ricochet actually went over on this match, but high spots everywhere, drama everywhere.
You were expecting that.
Talk to him, guys.
Absolutely,
what
man. Yo, you were expecting that, right? Like, that's what Ricochet didn't jump out of the ring for nothing, right? Like, think about that. Like, he dead ass jumped out of the ring for promo work. You didn't think he was just gonna fly his life away?
Most definitely.
Of course, yo.
It was his debut, man. He had to show off for the world.
He had to bring the Prince Puma.
Oh,
This definitely felt like a WrestleMania worthy feud. To me, at least.
Nice.
Speaking of
main event
WrestleMania,
anywhere.
Well,
yeah, no shout. Those that old school?
Main event anywhere in the world.
No doubt.
Yes,
no doubt.
agreed.
And
I agree.
Shout out to that point that Steve made. Yeah, WrestleMania feel. They actually had some memes on after that with the pose down that went with Dream and Ricochet, just like The Rock and Hogan did at their
Yeah, I did
match.
see that. I think
That's
it
a nice
was
spot.
Pretty dope.
Not only that, but Velveteen Dream coming out looking like Hogan, and proving to everybody that the dream is still over.
with Prince Puma's pants, which was the point I was talking
Yes,
about, which I thought was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
That kind of respect that they have for each other, that kind of, and you saw it in their chemistry. They had beautiful chemistry,
Listen,
and I think that's what the WrestleMania moment was all about.
Most definitely. Moving on, NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler defended against Nikki Cross successfully. This was a pretty high match. I wasn't mad at it. I expected more, to be honest. I thought I was gonna get a more of a slugfest with these two, but I wasn't disappointed. I would say. Anybody else?
it was an average match considering the fact that we had so many amazing matches on this card.
Yeah. I mean,
The finish was pretty good.
yeah, it was a dope match.
They pulled off a Stone Cold type finish, where she didn't really give up. She passed out.
Yeah,
It's all
and
good.
that again protecting both.
She went out smiling.
pretty much.
I mean, listen, at least I'm gonna say that at least the choke out, the spot hit compared to like what you saw in that championship match when Lars Sullivan just completely escaped that black mask.
Ooh, let's talk about
get
that.
right into it.
Right into that segue right there.
Know
Good
it.
shit, JP.
Well,
But Aleister Black defending successfully against Lars Sullivan in a slugfest. I want to say third best match of the card.
Ooh, third or fourth?
I want to put it up there.
now, what do you think about the ladies?
I like it third.
Ladies probably the last, unfortunately.
Yeah, so then that's third.
Yeah.
Nah, but there's still a
Well, there's
main
only
event.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 matches.
And you
on
know
the
what
card.
the main event's gonna be?
Ooh.
Mm.
Well, let's get into that. But let's finish up with Aleister Black and his slugfest, stiff show. Aleister Black hitting his spots, except for one major one.
The black mask that never touched.
Yeah, that was.
But you know
kinda
what?
rough.
You know what? Aleister Black made up for it. Gave him 2 after that. Made him bleed, and it worked.
I definitely
You know?
did that.
You know what, though? Shout out to Lars Sullivan for
Yes.
playing that monster role perfectly.
Yes.
Let them know, old school.
Tell him.
Listen, we're in an age now where you have all these super athletes. Not any disrespect to Rusev, but just to see.
Happy birthday, by the way.
We'll get to Rusev. Yeah, we got something to say about that.
Exactly.
But yeah, go ahead.
But just to see someone in that old school character of just being a beast and playing it to the T.
Everything from curling the ladder and backstage promo to the match itself, it worked, man. Worked. And it's a great chemistry in the ring, good combination. It was a great match. I mean, that one spot, it flopped, but the rest of the match was fantastic. But I think we do need to talk about the main event.
The main event. Of
The main event.
Chicago Street
Tell 'em.
Fight.
Tell him, Victor
Tommaso
Villain.
Ciampa defeating Johnny Gargano, the favorite. Who saw that coming?
As far as
Nobody.
being
Nobody.
Besides me, because I wanted it to happen. I didn't
what,
see it coming,
seeing
but I
the
wanted
ring
it to happen.
exposed for the first time in my life, I think.
That shit was dope. God,
I didn't
shit
see
was
that
dope.
coming.
This man did a cradle off of, I think, like a bunch of boxes and stuff and crates, and landed through a table.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Which
No,
became a meme in its own right.
there were so many spots in this match, man.
Damn, yo.
They wanted you to be concerned for their health. I think that's what the idea behind this match was.
Yo, I never heard Jada Jabba like pop so loud in my life.
Wait, Jada Jabba actually
Yo,
popped?
I swear to God.
Did we change this man's life?
Yo, he popped so hard.
Did
Yo,
we show him the
talk
light?
to him, Jay.
Wait, for NXT?
The
Oh.
villain's a goddamn lie.
He's like, I was not tuned in
At all.
via satellite.
Via satellite. Yeah, that whole opening, cutting up the ring and exposing that ring.
It was great.
Finish of it all was just amazing, man.
They really have some great chemistry, and it really shows from the independent scene and everything. Like everything they've been through it's a culmination of things when they get in the ring. It's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Hands down, like I said, it was the show of the weekend. I even watched it twice. It was so good, and in a week that was filled with like so many shows, I saw NXT Takeover twice.
Shout out to Ciampa for being the one true heel in the company.
I agree.
One
The
and
man
only
brings
right
heat.
now.
With
Yeah.
only
he
one
brings
shirt,
heat.
no merch.
No,
No. So wait, did
No
anybody catch? Wait.
entrance to
Wait a minute.
Takeover.
But did anybody catch his sleeveless Thanos shirt
Yo.
that said
No.
Chicago NXT Takeover on the back, and it was his face on Thanos' body, like killing all the Avengers,
Can we talk
aka
about
Johnny Gargano?
Can we talk about Gargano's ring attire, Captain America?
Yeah,
That was
well,
dope,
man.
man.
Speaking
And-
of Gargano's ring. Yeah, what
That's
ring?
Yo, all I'm gonna say, why does his wife come out mad late? Yo, like he could have died by the time she came out. Yo, but you know, let's get into
Yo.
the
Well,
weekend.
the last thing I'm gonna say on that is they stole the actual weekend. But yeah, I mean, the real point of the weekend was the Money in the Bank
Yes, sir.
Word.
pay-per-view. They kicked off with Bludgeon Brothers defending the tag titles against the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They successfully did that.
Snore.
Yeah, it was fast. Elite, man, what happened with that, man? You thought that was gonna take the show, man.
Hey, look, it is what it is. Bludgeon Brothers are not what I thought they were going to be, and the Club is, again, watered down. So, not much you can expect from that.
You had to expect, like, you know what I mean? Like, if the club was going to be anything, you wanted it to be here. I thought this was a really good opportunity, too, for them to show something. And
It might as well go back to Japan at this point.
And that scares me, especially who debuted this week on SmackDown. But we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
teaser.
The show opens up with Daniel Bryan defeating Big Cass. No highlights here from
Currently
Wait, who?
unemployed.
Who?
And you know what? Shout out
We don't
to
speak of the deceased like that.
shout out to Yep I Like
Hey,
Wrestling.
chill. He's not dead.
Oh, now JP, finish that for me, man.
Shout out to Yep I Like Wrestling and you know, Legends Bar this weekend. The event was dope.
Oh, y'all saw it, right?
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
time.
yeah. We
How
saw
was
it.
that, yo?
It's
Yeah,
great
I heard
time.
y'all
Great
had a good
time.
time,
We
right?
killed
Great
it.
time, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
shout out
was amazing.
Sonny Sofrito in the
Sofrito
Yep I Like
doing
That.
work out here.
So
Yeah,
free,
man.
though.
And I will say,
Sofrito.
the Bryan and Cash match was definitely the bathroom break to start the night.
Check
So,
it out. We
but
actually
you-
got there in time because of that.
But we got to make an appearance at Legends Bar, right? Like, we
Oh,
got to come
absolutely.
deep to Legends
Yeah, we
Bar.
Listen,
got
fellas.
We got to get rowdy like
Listen,
we got last time.
Listen,
yeah,
the
yeah,
people
yeah.
wanted
They're
us
not
there.
going to see it coming.
The people wanted us there. I saw a lady in the back. She's like, "Weren't you that guy the last time? You know, go crazy." Absolutely, it was me, JP Savage, here to
Oh,
serve. you.
word.
Nah, but definitely they show love.
But-
Had a great time over there.
Agreed. We'll be
Definitely
back.
spot. They will be having another show for Extreme Rules, so check them out. They
Absolutely.
I think 33rd West 33rd Street in Manhattan.
Absolutely,
Legends
Bar.
Bar. Moving on, guys. Bobby Lashley defeated Sami Zayn.
R.I.P.
Bro-
Sammy.
R.I.P. Shout out to Sami Zayn, man. News just broke this afternoon. Out till next year, maybe the early first quarter of the year.
How do you tear two rotator cuffs?
Bobby
Well,
Lashley, that's how.
What it
Jeez.
sounds like is he had problems with.
Isn't
the
he going
first
up against
rotator
Roman
cuff.
Reigns? I'm sorry. Isn't he going up Roman Reigns next week? There's hope.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, maybe
Continually, Steve.
maybe he hurts fucking Roman Reigns. And he
Continually, Steve. I'm sorry. It was-
from the interview that he gave earlier, it sounds like he had problems with his rotator cuff already, and it seems like he injured the other one during the match. So,
Now, do you blame that on Lashley? Like, do you think that's
absolutely
Lashley?
not.
He's been wrestling.
Absolutely not.
I blame all of it on Lashley.
Wrestling is dangerous. As soon as you step through those ropes, anything can happen. So
Agreed.
Please, we're not
But
trying
I
to
blame
say
it
that.
on Lashley.
And anything will happen on Lashley.
His promos cause his rotator cuffs to.
If anything.
it broke my rotator cuff.
Oh, you need to see an orthopedic.
Match of the card, I believe, for me at least.
Ooh.
Seth Rollins defeating Elias
Yes. Listen,
for the Intercontinental
Solid
Championship.
match.
solid match.
Walk with Elias.
Tell him.
Yo,
Listen, that match got a lot of pop while we were at the event. I said it last week. I thought it was gonna be the match of the night. I thought I was walking with Elias and with Mischief. Very big supporter of Elias. It was a great match.
No doubt. Pretty Chubby Flocka, what you think about that match?
I think it was a dope match. Seth Rollins is hot right now. The man is hot.
I think that's why he's burning it down.
Yo,
Burned it
Yeah,
down.
you could put him up against anybody right now. He's gonna have a solid
Yeah,
match.
I agree.
Man. It's crazy.
You guys think he's reaching like a HBK level? Or?
Indeed.
I don't know if I'd say HBK. I think he's gonna be the
No.
first ever Seth Rollins level.
Okay.
Maybe like a
We're
tier
hitting
lower.
potential here.
He has a potential for it, though.
He definitely hasn't reached his
CrossFit
peak.
Jesus.
He
CrossFit
definitely has
Jesus,
not reached
right.
his peak.
you know what? It's another match with some potential, right? Is this women's Money in the Bank?
No doubt. Women's
And,
Money in the
and
Bank.
we went into that with high hopes.
Women's
Listen,
Money in the Bank
Can
ladder match.
can I get
JP.
my credit though? Can a round of applause? Can I
No.
get a bow or something? Because
No.
I believe I'm the sole person on the squad
Nah, someone
that
else agreed with
predicted the
you.
winner.
Yeah, someone else agreed with you.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Jay the Jobber, nah, he doesn't.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah.
Even if he did, it
Not
doesn't count.
nobody. Not
I
nobody.
heard a bunch of Becky
Your job.
Lynch's. I heard some Charlottes.
Let me just say
I
though,
did. I
I
thought,
am
Becky.
so disappointed.
And Natty,
Becky
me
didn't
too.
win.
Yeah,
Even though I
man.
liked, I love Alexa Bliss. I love what she's done.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mm.
hell yeah.
She is enough.
We've had enough at this
top
point.
3 fastest
Well,
cash in of all
shout,
time.
Shout out to her
Yeah.
new tattoo.
Oh, I did see that stat.
Yeah.
By
Shout out
way,
to the
Mischief.
cakes.
But to me, the winner should have been Becky Lynch. She needs it the most.
Yeah, I thought, to your point, Steve, she doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. Like, she's been champ every year. You know what I mean? Like,
She can challenge on Monday Night Raw
Alexa's a 5-time champ. Like
5 times.
Tell him old school. Tell him.
Trish is the record at 7. So
But you know what?
What more do you want?
But you know what?
It's
She
young,
doesn't
young.
need it. You know, she doesn't need it. But you know who needs it? We do. We do, because it's garbage.
Savage.
I
Nah,
would love the
man.
Money in the Bank.
Hey.
Watch your
Ooh.
damn mouth.
Now, the fact that she cashed in later that night, does that improve the
Yes.
results of the match?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I didn't think the match was as great.
I'm
as,
just glad
No.
they.
Listen, the women took some spots.
Hey, no, it was
Listen,
good. It was good.
I
It was
did
good.
not
It was
expect
good.
them to take those spots. All the women
Becky
took their
especially,
spots.
man.
Becky took big spots.
And that's why I had. But you know that the
Sasha-
person that takes
Sasha
the
Banks.
biggest
Sasha
spots
Banks.
usually
So let's rank
doesn't
this
win.
with versus the last 2 Money in the Banks for the women. Are
Well,
we
this is the
moving
second one.
forward or are we moving back?
Definitely.
Well, this is the
Moving
third
forward.
one. This is
Yeah.
the third one now
Third
because
one.
Melo
Yeah,
won the
yeah.
first 2, right?
yeah.
Right,
the
right.
first one in the remake.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know why?
yeah.
because Mela is
Is
money.
Speaking of that,
Money.
we already touched on it. Yeah, Alexa Bliss winds up cashing in Money in the Bank.
Not on Melo.
But not on Mela, on Nia Jax, who wound up, I guess, the match was called off disqualification, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna jump up the card, right? But
yeah, just jump up.
I mean, Ronda, hey, you want
Yo.
to talk about grabbing a brass ring? In the last 2 showings, she's been phenomenal. We'll talk
Yo.
about Raw when we get there. But at least Money in the Bank. Hey, she's doing things.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
She
okay.
needs to work on her promo skills, but that'll come. Her ring work is solid.
Hey, Steve, I'll give you something about that when we talk about Raw.
Okay, okay.
Ooh.
But moving on, then let's
It was a
get
good
there.
match, though. Good
Let's
match.
get the great
and
match. Great
and
match.
you had Alexa Bliss cashing in.
Oh man, and I think there was a big pop with that, and at least on our end, man.
Agreed.
And everybody was pretty rowdy at Legends Bar, man. when that
Oh
happened.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Moving on, Roman Reigns defeated Jinder Mahal in what was
Skip.
The match
That was-
nobody remembers.
By the way, at this event, Sonny Sofrito got on the mic and was like, "Yo, this is the official bathroom break of the evening," and everybody got up from the seat. Even the waitress went to the back and said, "What else is cooking, bro?"
No
Because
doubt,
nobody
no doubt.
wants to see this. I think the network just blocked it off after a while.
Yeah, it was bad. It
Yo,
was bad.
listen, you get an A for effort. The match wasn't terrible. It just I
No.
wasn't interested.
You get
There
an
was nothing
F4.
Interesting. Yo, the match was not the worst
It was
thing.
not bad.
It really
but
wasn't
interest-
bad,
Like, there's no
right?
interest in it. Like,
Yeah, there was just
you don't
no.
wanna see
You
it.
don't.
Diarrhea
care.
isn't that bad either, right?
Dog, nah.
It's a cleanse for your system.
Listen,
But nobody
Vince
cares.
always says that perception becomes reality, right? So when the entire crowd is saying this is boring, everyone at home
Nah,
is
but
going to be
yo,
like,
you got
this
you
is
got
boring.
like decent action. You got a dude in a wheelchair, right, getting slammed. Like there was a little bit of everything for everybody, and
Which is not
just-
great considering
but
the
they-
Special Olympics is about to happen.
Well,
It's not a thing. That's not a thing.
I think that just made the list. That's on the board.
But if we're gonna talk about it, right, we should just move on and not talk about it.
Well,
Agreed.
before we move
So-
on, man, they lucky they didn't chant too loud because shout out to Bubba Ray Dudley. He not too very fond of
Word.
it.
I saw him
Fans
last
taking
Storm
over
and
them shows.
Paul Heyman
What was
online.
that tweet about, Mission?
So Bubba Ray Dudley was pretty much like, yo, I would go in the crowd and kick somebody's ass if somebody did something like that.
And he would.
And Lance Storm was like, yo, y'all think he's playing? And then Paul Heyman was like, I have the medical records, the police records from the state and local authorities that prove that he's done this shit.
But you know what the difference is?
He won't do it now.
Roman Reigns won't do that.
Yeah, he won't do it now either. No.
And that's the problem.
Right. We've come a long way from the 90s. Speaking of Mella is money, She defeated Asuka
Yeah.
with no help at all. And
Except-
nobody interfered.
except for
I didn't see
Chince
anybody- I don't know what you're talking
lost
about.
her
She won
chin
that
or
fair
won the
square.
leg.
Shinsuke Nakamura came out.
How about that pop for Ellsworth, though?
Hey,
Word.
Ellsworth.
Yo, shame on Chicago for that shit. Shame on you. Shame on you, motherfucker.
Wait.
Yo, you want to hate Mella?
Co-signing on this James L. Chintz McMahon shit.
Wait. Did you guys know it was gonna be him?
Yeah,
We all knew.
We all had a feeling,
We
especially
touched on it last week. Come on.
when he pulled out of that show. You know he was
Over.
coming.
Yeah.
And then when someone came out, you knew it
to
was
be honest,
him. You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't expecting him. I was kind of hoping he fulfilled that shit because now you're kind of staining the name of the E now. You're not staining it. That's a little OD, but it's
Yeah.
just you kind of like that's not what we
priorities.
do. That's not what we about over in the E. You know.
But
Yeah.
I think he brings a lot to Mella's character, and so you know what I mean.
Listen, we need we've had the sleazy villain, but we never had the women's sleazy villain, and now we have
and that's what's dope. And you know what? I'm down to have managers that don't wrestle.
Agreed.
So let's do that.
No, but listen. They teased the intergender match.
That would be.
On,
That's what he's
on
doing
Raw.
in the Indies right now, right? He's going for the intergender championship.
Absolutely.
Well, not
Maybe
no
we bring
more.
it to the E.
State.
Not
Moving on, guys. The WWE Heavyweight Championship
Yeah.
match.
the Raw, not
Championship.
the Universal. Because where's Brock? He's nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
Who's Brock?
We have a championship.
No,
at Raw?
but we got the championship from SmackDown on the Money in the Bank, and we got to talk about that shit
That's right. Last
because
man
we
standing.
thought right last week we said this was gonna be the match of the night. It had to be the match of the night. If AJ Styles and Nakamura were gonna do anything in WWE, it was fucking put a 5-star tonight. And did they put a 5-star?
Nah, they put at least a 3.
Half, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really.
Nah, I'll give
Elias and Seth would definitely killed that match.
lacking.
Yo.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
still think they had a solid match.
It was
Solid
solid.
match.
It was
Solid match.
It was
I'm
solid,
impressed.
but
I'm impressed.
the ceiling was high. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody
No,
had
the thing
high
is that
expectations.
We've seen better from them.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that's what's hurting the rating for us.
Mm.
Like these matches, well, not these matches, because this is the only match that I really cared for. But that high bar that they set in the Tokyo Dome will never get reached again.
I think that's the issue.
But that's what you want. And it's a pay-per-view. It's like their upteenth fight. Like, and it's a last man standing. Guys, like this was the one. Like this was supposed to be it.
This
But
could've
you see,
been Brett
but
and
you know what?
I
Yo,
still
it could have
Exactly.
been Brett and Shawn.
It could have been Brett and Shawn. It could have been Stone Cold versus Rock.
Could have been the first
Right?
iteration of
Listen,
like the real.
In the past, rivalries have repeated and they've done well.
Yo,
and
Stone
we're talking
Cold-
about the New Japan match compared to what we've seen thus far has not even matched.
And so you bring up a really good point. Stone Cold versus Rock, right? Every time they wrestled, the match was better or competed with the match before.
Exactly.
Right? They never put a dud out. And not to say that this match is a dud, right? I don't want to say it's a dud. It was a very entertaining match. I think it was solid.
Agreed.
It was a very solid match.
Agreed.
But every time you saw Rock and Stone Cold, you wanted more, and you thought like, yo, if it goes any crazier, like it's nuts. The fucking feud started with them throwing like the title in the river, right?
Of course.
So
Intercontinental Champion.
Well, you know what it is we saw Okada Omega last weekend, so you know we want to keep up. We want the E to fucking put something out that we can talk about.
At this point, you can't even put the two companies in the same breath because New Japan is all wrestling. WWE at this point isn't focused too much on the wrestling.
It's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's sports.
Listen. Hold on. I will counter that a little bit. I would say that the WWE's problem is not the wrestling entertainment part, right? Like it's definitely the storyline part. And they put on very good wrestling. Yo, the wrestling that we see now is the most athletic, top to bottom, start to finish that it's ever been.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not the level that it could be still.
Agreed. Especially when you watch NXT.
The talent is there. The talent is there. But the storytelling and the booking is not.
Storytelling makes me not care.
Yes. All great points, and will be discussed further and more in our future episodes.
Especially when we talk about Raw.
Exactly. But main event of the night, Money in the Bank.
Yawn?
Strowman did not need the briefcase.
I feel
He doesn't need the briefcase.
But why not? Right? Like, Vince.
He can go up to anybody at any time and be like, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm taking that.
Yeah, it's like an imaginary
All right, but what was left?
But you know why?
He flipped the truck. Yo, it's time.
Okay. No, I understand that. And that's perfectly fine. But the Money in the Bank has always been for people who need the briefcase.
Or can get it by any means necessary.
The briefcase is a heel
way to
move.
push.
Go ahead, old school Joe.
It's a heel move. So are we saying that Braun's going heel now?
Nah. I don't think so.
Braun right now transcends face heel.
Face heel.
Yeah, he's past face heel.
He's a tweener.
Whatever he does, people will. Yeah, whatever he does, people will cheer. He flips truck for fuck's sake.
He's Stone Cold. He's CM Punk, and he's The Rock, and that's why he's over. But I think what this message of the Monster in the Bank, I think what this really focuses on the fact that who is he going to take the belt out of? He already said it on Monday Night Raw. We all know he's going after Brock Lesnar. And if Brock Lesnar's not leaving for an extended period amount of time, who better to take it away from him than Braun
fucking Strowman. Absolutely.
And I think that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
That's the reason why they gave it to him.
Listen.
That's how it's going to happen.
I think we should focus on who is Braun going to have a feud with for Mania.
Is he going to be there?
Excuse me?
Is he going to be there?
I think he's cashing in soon. I think he might be cashing in
SummerSlam.
All right. I'm just excited that he won. Fuck all of you guys.
No, it was a good match.
I'm happy for the dude that he won. I just think there were better options.
Yeah, there were many other wrestlers in that match that could have used it, like Samoa Joe, which I predicted, but unfortunately didn't go through. But you know what? Shout out to Kofi Kingston participating in the 7th Money in the Bank match
and giving us our spots.
And giving us our spots.
Oh, and by the way, since we did mention Braun Strowman, right? He did give us a feat of strength, right? Not only did he kill Kevin Owens, but he also broke that ladder in half. I wanted something more, but I'll take the ladder breaking because that was pretty cool.
I seriously thought Kevin Owens might have died. He looked like he was in pain.
Kudos to him for Raw, which we should definitely get to.
Speaking of Raw, let's start that bitch right now. Opening segment. Kurt's in the ring. Announces.
Poor Kurt.
He announces the new Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss.
Blah blah blah. Ronda
you didn't
Rousey.
Like it?
Let's get to it.
No,
I loved it.
All right, don't blah blah. Don't blah blah her.
No, but let's talk
she is
about,
enough.
Let's talk about what matters. Ronda Rousey came out and did the work. Did the work. She did the business. She slammed the Kevin Owens. Kurt Angle.
No, she judo flipped Kurt Angle.
She got and did you see? I love her side power bomb that she
was
pulled
great.
off. That shit was pretty dope. Although Alexa Bliss is probably the only person that she's gonna pull it off.
Right, she carried her. Like,
and
wait a minute. She also suplexed Nia Jax though.
If you want to call it a suplex? I'll let you say that.
Hey man, can you pick up 272?
Hey,
and toss it?
I am 272.
Can you toss yourself?
Yes.
I was surprised.
But to your point, right? So at least he made a point before about Ronda Rousey. right? And the match was really good at Money in the Bank, and I think this did a lot for her character.
Agreed.
So when you're talking about like she's getting better, she needs to get better on the mic. You're absolutely right. But a driven, aggressive character like what she did on Monday really drives the narrative.
She kind of reminds me of how Brock Lesnar first started, where she's just tearing everybody apart. Doesn't matter who. Even the faces, like Kurt Angle, she's flipping them.
You overhyped the rookie.
And that's why we'll see the greatest man to ever him soon.
Savage.
Ooh,
I can
that's
see
a
it.
hot take.
Hopefully.
I would like to see that, and then eventually, when they break apart, she punches him in the mouth, and judo flips him because like Heyman will take a bump.
Oh, of course.
I'm down for all that.
Of course.
Well, yeah, so-
everybody's got a price.
But after that,
the IC title, open challenge.
Ooh.
Seth Rollins.
Tell him, Vic.
Comes out, cuts a little promo. I love it. Calls out the next challenger. And who's it? Ziggler himself.
Hey, Dolph Ziggler holds a special place in my heart.
Oh, in my heart too. You know it.
Everybody's here, man.
I have way too many. I have way too many of his shirts.
That's a little weird. You have the shirts he actually wore.
Excellent match. Back and forth. These guys went at it. Love the double suplex spot outside the ring with sets of Ziggler.
Great match.
Crowd was invested.
Great match.
Chubby Flacco, did you think we're going to get a title change here this week or it was going to be a squash?
I was not expecting that bullshit.
Nah.
Let's be serious. Seth Rollins is hot right now, but I mean, if he loses a strap, what does this mean? Does this mean bigger things for him?
Of course. We just talked about.
It only means bigger
Go ahead, Lee, Steve.
I'm thinking Universal Championship.
Agreed. We just talked about Brock Lesnar going to be out the picture soon. You know what?
Then with that said, this is really bad timing because I think this is Braun's run, and like, are you really gonna have Braun and Seth like kind of button heads?
To that, I say Braun doesn't have to win right away.
Agreed.
Fair.
Agreed.
But then we're talking about like a 3-month feud. Like we're talking about.
Well, but the thing is, we still have yet to see Lesnar since the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Honestly, I think Seth Rollins and Braun can put on
Agreed.
a great show.
I agree.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
Well, Ziggler grabbed the tights, stole not only the show but also the IC title. Moving on, Bobby Roode with a squash match. We'll go over the exact match right now. Right kick from Hawkins, sweet takedown, package roll up, near fall. Bobby Roode spine buster, glorious DDT.
Not for nothing, I almost thought he broke the streak.
One side note, though, I do want to touch on. He did say in his post-match interview that tonight was the beginning of something glorious. Heel turn?
Blah, 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 blah. Braun Strowman promo.
Anyway.
Let's get to it.
Anyway.
Fine. Braun Strowman promo. He comes out
as the monster in the
bank, flaunting the new luggage. And you know what? He gets a visitor, Kevin Owens.
Hey.
Shopping around for another partner. What's he got up his sleeve, guys?
I don't know, man. I'm interested.
Well, you don't wear sleeves, so.
Very fair point.
Very good point.
But I did see extra tape on his back.
Oh, yeah, he was selling the injuries from the night before.
I mean, listen, he took some spots, bro. When Braun threw him off the top of that ladder, good lord.
I don't think that was selling, though. I think that was genuine pain.
I think that was genuine pain. Yo me presiné for that dude. Yo. I did the sign and everything because that was dangerous.
I need a English translation.
I said a prayer.
Shut up.
The Holy Trinity.
So, Owens tries to make friends. Doesn't work out for him. Evades a fucking power slam that Braun Strowman tried to put him in. Blah, blah, blah.
Could have ended his life.
Pretty much. At this point.
We keep saying that about Kevin Owens. Is he an amazing seller or is he just like lucky?
Or is he the Mick Foley of our time?
Ooh, that's a Mick Foley that can actually wrestle.
Somebody
shots.
Does that mean he showers in his clothing?
Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Paul letting out some secrets.
Yeah.
Paul Levesque.
Second squash match of the night. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus Rhino.
Yo, shout out to the B team for that promo. It was entertaining. And you know what?
It was comforting watching Bo Dallas dressed up as his brother.
It was. Yo, he sounded
hilarious.
just like him. It's like, yo, he was fucking with him at Thanksgiving. Right?
He definitely
was dope.
It was dope.
He
You know what?
definitely made us Bo leave.
Oh, yes, he did. And not for nothing, yo. Not for nothing.
That was funny.
It was funny.
It was
He
funny.
makes a great
funny.
Wyatt.
It was funny.
Yo,
Hey.
not only that, but our boy did a great Matt Hardy.
I think the greatest part about like the broken woken like segments have always been the opponent kind of like making fun of it,
Agreed.
but then realizing like this isn't a joke. Like I gotta go in there and actually face this guy.
Oh yeah.
Match itself was whack. Couple of tag-ins and a squash finish.
Stale.
Hardy and Wyatt win. Jinder
Next
Mahal
squash
versus
match.
Chad Gable in the second squash match, the third squash match in a row, actually.
Exactly.
Horrible.
Jinder. How about Ruby Riot and the Riot Squad?
Versus
Bullying
Bayley
people
and
backstage?
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, so I can appreciate a little Bailey Sasha storyline. It's unfortunate. I did like the little vignette with the Riot Squads out there drawing R's and shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm interested. Let me see where that goes. But the match itself, underwhelming. But that wasn't the point, right? The point was the Bailey Sasha split.
Yeah, they were trying to get that pushed further
And
more.
I could not care less at this point. They should have done it months ago.
Word.
And
That's
honestly,
Snooze fest.
even like when she chases to the car, when
JP.
Bailey chased out Sasha to the car, it was weird.
yeah.
It was so
wear her
awkward.
ring gear
Yeah.
out the building? Like,
That's the first thing I thought. Like, she's not gonna shower and change. You know what I mean? That's a rental car. Come
How
on now.
big is this fucking arena that they just went out and it took them that long to get to their car?
Agreed.
Well, the match itself was like blah blah blah. But yeah, that whole segment was mad awkward. So let's fucking move on. Kurt Angle coming out, Bobby Lashley coming out, Roman Reigns coming out. How about I thought that was kind of funny? The only time that I thought Roman Reigns was ever funny in his whole life when he's like me. Shut up already, man. Like that was the funniest thing he's ever done in his life. And I hate that the Revival's just jobbing it out.
It's terrible.
I actually bought into his promo too. I was like, wow, he actually told him the finish of the match.
Yeah.
No,
Honestly, when I saw the Revival come out, it felt like a kick to the nuts because you don't do that to them. But you know what, man? This match, it wasn't terrible. It actually
That was horrible.
It was horrible.
no.
Exactly.
For as bad as Lashley should be banned from using microphones, but his in-ring skill is there.
but what happened to him? Because his mic work in the company that we don't say the name of
Ooh,
was pretty good.
Don't you dare bring that company up here.
was it?
I enjoyed it thoroughly. His runs were really good.
You're one of the 5 people that enjoyed it.
In the land of the owls, in the land of the owls, Lashley was a cocky heel, which served him immensely.
So
As a smiling baby face, he's garbage.
okay, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Elias.
Which was really the main event of the evening when you think about it. Because anytime that Elias comes out, it is the main event of the show.
These are the thoughts
Right.
and opinions of Mischief and Mischief only.
No, this is the
No.
thoughts and opinions
No.
of millions upon millions of people around the world.
Who else do you know has sold out arenas week after week?
Yeah.
Like,
Has a limo
I
company.
am done with this damn concert.
No, man, this is dope.
I'm not buying
Concert
tickets
is
to
done
the
with
show
you.
anymore.
Yeah, seriously. You
Put
know
on
what?
the match.
It's because you're of a simple mind and you don't understand artistry, all right? Elias is an artist.
Yes.
Fuck
he is.
art.
Yeah, that's the problem.
see, that's the problem here.
You can stand
He
the
can't-
chair to the calluses on his fingers.
No doubt.
I think the villain will be happy when there's a roadie involved as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
You don't just care about any of that?
Now, then the plot thickens. Now the plot thickens.
Ron fucking Strowman.
At least
in
I did like that he finished the song, by the way. Let me just finish that. But,
For
to your
once.
point, moving on, the main event of the match, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor against Kevin Owens and Constable Corbin.
Constable.
Was this,
Corbin.
first of all, before we get the
Constipated?
results, was this for the last 2 spots, or is this implications for the last 2 spots for the
Nope.
multiple
Nope.
men?
This was just nothing.
Nothing at all.
This was just hey Baron Corbin, I know you don't have your ring gear, but can you go wrestle real quick?
right.
All right, cool, copy.
Well, he wound up getting the
Yeah, he got the W.
pinfall
Yeah,
over
he
Finn
did.
Balor.
Mr. Calvin Klein.
Which meant nothing.
But
Yeah.
I think what it meant was that Braun Strowman was going to be facing Kevin Owens at Extreme Rules.
Pretty much.
Oh, that'd be a good match.
I mean, hello, everything now is a build to
Listen.
Extreme Rules. He fucking threw
Yeah.
him through.
We
He
got
speared him
3
through a
weeks.
barricade. You know what I mean? We
Not only
got
that,
3
and you've seen a couple weeks already of Kevin Owens taking some big spots, and also Braun Strowman because Kevin Owens did frog splash, earlier this week.
Yeah.
So on to Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
so.
this is how you write a good feud, and I think they're trying. And I think, hey, credit.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So we can ask for.
Switching gears here, guys. Let's move on to SmackDown.
Yes.
You can't really spell SmackDown without Mela is money. I know it's in there. You gotta like,
right.
you gotta like look at it, but like, yo, Mela is money, and SmackDown is Mela.
Right?
You feel me? Yeah, you figure it out. You know what I mean? Like maybe you gotta borrow a letter and shit. But yo, like it's in there.
Money.
And Mela is money.
And she opened the show. She was out there in her ring gear, and then the fake Asuka came out again.
Well, she wasn't in her ring gear.
Asquerosa.
Her halter top is about to come off the whole time.
Asqueroso.
Ellsworth takes off the Asuka robe, and Mela's looking like she's about to ready to retreat because Asuka came out to beat that ass.
Yeah.
And
Ellsworth got that ass beat.
Yeah, distraction. She
It's
gets in
alright,
the face.
but that's what Ellsworth is for, right?
Absolutely.
Vince McMahon.
You know what? His mic work was kind of whack though.
Who cares? That's not what he's for.
He has no chin.
He lost her chin in her wonderland.
That's where you store all the good jokes, right? Right in the chin.
But who don't got a chin right now? Big Cass.
Speaking of who, the first match of the night.
The Club and the Bludgeon Brothers rematch from last Sunday.
Who won?
Same result, guys. Bludgeon Brothers.
Next.
You know how I feel about the match? The same way Daniel Bryan felt that he didn't even let them exit the ring before he came out for this gauntlet match.
Yeah, for real. Word. That was weird.
I like it was a little cute match.
How about an Extreme Rules match of the Bludgeon Brothers versus Daniel Bryan 2-on-1?
Oh.
Damn,
he just came back.
Listen, let me ask you.
From injury.
Has it looked like he's tried to prevent injury from the
Yo,
moment?
if anything, he took a terrible spot in that match
did.
versus Samoa Joe.
But even
Joe
his
almost broke
first
he broke
match
his neck.
back, like yo, every match he's had has
been
been pretty fucking rough. So if he wants to put on a show, he'll put on a goddamn show. And
yeah, but what about Birdie, man? Come on.
yo, I hope that
Shout
chat
out to
happens.
his taco meat.
Ooh, word.
Shout out to the Iconics.
Because Billy Kay and Becky Lynch went at it.
Thank you for saving us.
And then they cut a nice little promo with their impersonations that I love so
the
much.
impersonations.
Love that shit.
Heel, baby, heel.
Boy, since you go back to that red hair.
They bought me over. I didn't think they could do it, but they bought
Tell
me
him, Vic.
over. Jeff Hardy vignette.
Hey,
Right after that.
Love it.
Is it Willow or Nero? I think Willow, right?
Nero.
Some people saying Willow, some people saying Brother
I'm going
Nero.
with Willow.
The man had his face painted with some white contacts on, and you
Love
know
it.
said his eyes are now awake or
Good.
open.
Open,
he said,
yeah.
he didn't say awake. He said
He
open.
relapsed?
That face paint.
Is that Willow's face paint? Isn't it? Or no?
I thought it was Willow.
I think it's signs of Willow.
Yeah, signs of Willow.
It's signs of Willow.
Maybe it's signs of sanity.
Ooh, speaking of sanity, they fucking debuted, and it was
Again.
dope, amazing.
It was dope.
Every time they fucking
Tell him, Vic.
debuted,
Tell him,
amazing.
Vic. What happened?
They came in there and they beat that ass.
Shout out to Killian Dane.
Yo, and his hairy ass body.
God, can he shave? Somebody buy him a razor.
Along came Polly.
Along came Polly though. My God, I see that GIF file all over now.
But if again, we were talking about Daniel Bryan before. Might as well talk about him right now.
Well, yeah. The gauntlet match, right? He started off with Big E, and Big E came out, opened the gauntlet match with Daniel Bryan. Dope first round, man. Big E had a couple spots, couple submissions and stuff, but dope spot where he took a dive and took Daniel Bryan along with him.
He did. He
It
did.
was dope spot on that, but Daniel Bryan got the advantage and got over, of course, on Big E.
Of course.
But
you know what?
It
It was nice to see Big E get the shot. You know what I mean? I love the New Day. They kind of did the same role as they did with Money in the Bank, in which they tried to decide who's going to go in for the spot, and they gave it to Big E.
You know what was really nice? That Rusev won the match.
Yes.
I didn't see that happening.
You can't skip over Joe and Daniel Bryan.
No.
I know they teased you.
Word. You're right.
I know they teased you because he evaded with that freaking count. What a fucking tease of a finish. Shit.
SummerSlam.
Oh,
Woo!
it
You
made
think
my
so?
emotions.
You
Goddamn.
think so?
It's only been a month worth of teasers with Joe and Bryan, right?
You know how sick that match could be?
Oh.
A submission match between those two?
Oh, stop it.
Stop it.
Oh,
The marking us.
Vince don't want to make us that happy.
But yeah,
Submission on the pole match. Vince Russo.
Oh my God.
It was a very, very happy Rusev day. He got the win over.
Yeah, but we're just gonna disrespect the
accolade.
Miz
Hold on,
and just
hold
skip
on.
right over the Miz, though.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, he tapped. He kind of tapped.
Yeah.
All right then. Shit.
All right.
Tapped like a little bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
it's about Rusev Day, right?
About
Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
I'm sure Lana had a Rusev Day.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Plenty of times.
She got
Plenty of
lots.
times.
You know what? She could have done worse than Money in the Bank.
NXT was pre-recorded this week, but they had matches with Bianca Belair.
And I love the BEST
She got over on
of
Dakota Kai.
NXT. Absolutely. She's
Yeah.
money, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, that match was awesome. Dakota
She's
Kai,
beautiful.
man, put
Sorry
on a
to her
pretty
husband.
solid match.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yo, it was the first match I've seen Dakota Kai stand on her own.
Yeah.
She gave it. She brought it. It was a nice match.
and I just don't think she's always gonna win. I think they're playing her up as the underdog.
Yeah,
So
agreed. And she
War
works.
Raiders got the
She's a
win.
seller. right?
Yeah, no
She's gonna
doubt.
sell.
War Raiders definitely got
Over on the Mighty.
a nice little match against the Mighty. Yeah.
I see Jay the Jobber shaking his head after the experience you had in NXT Takeover. You didn't have the gall to sit through an hour of NXT on Wednesday.
Negative. You guys seen?
My sole goal is gonna be to
you seen
change
the
your
Fifth
mind.
Element?
Good luck, man.
Bruce Willis's part.
Yeah.
That was that right.
Yeah, that was it.
Let's cover some news before we take it home, guys.
Oh,
of
we
course
didn't talk.
Go ahead, Bishop.
We didn't talk about the pie to the face.
Yeah, well,
After Money in the Bank, we didn't talk about no pie to the face.
apparently,
That's crazy.
Paige.
Yo,
Paige,
I heard-
wifey.
Paige got them creep pies.
You just made the list.
Is that karma?
Cream pie to the face.
Oh no.
What do the five fingers say to the face?
Nah,
Cream
honestly,
pie.
that,
Cream pie.
honestly though,
That's
not for
awful, man.
nothing.
fan.
That was
Don't be a
disrespectful.
fan.
If we ever catch that fan outside, we're gonna report you to the proper
I'm
authorities,
gonna give him
and then I'm gonna hit you because you know what?
a hard time.
JP the Savage and the Snitch.
Hey, give me stitches, man. That's not cool. Listen, you don't touch people like that
Nah, that's really
unless they ask for it.
Savage.
But anywho,
Of course, we all know Big Cass got fired, right?
yeah, because he didn't follow the rules either.
Some quick notes on that though. Some news broke out actually. Turns out he had some drinking problems on the European tour.
yeah.
This guy,
Borracho.
he had a argument basically defending Trump with an argument with Sami Zayn on how they treated the Muslims. Like this is
Oh.
shit backstage.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
I heard
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he went
and he beats
against-
up little people.
Yeah, no, I was about to, just about to say that.
damn.
He
Tell
went
him, tell
against
him, Jay.
writing and Vince McMahon about beating up the little guy. He was supposed to just give him the kick, but then he went in on the beatdown.
Talk to him,
So-
Jay the Jobber, man.
So I mean, like, where do we draw the line? Because I've heard from so many legends that you have to go and do something that they tell you not to. So what do we do here?
Well, actually, X-Pac talked about it on his podcast, right? 12360.
Shout out to
And
X-Pac.
and he talked about like, yo, you know, it's good to like go for the brass ring, right? And like kind of like go and try something and like, you know, be risky, but not when you ask for permission. And apparently Cass asked for permission, was told no, and then did it anyway.
Yeah, see, that's the
Oh.
problem.
And if you-
That was the thing.
And
okay.
if you have heat on you already, it's not
It's
a great
it's
idea.
not a good idea. Yo, you want to grab the brass ring? I've said this before. Mark my words. Mischief has said it before on this fucking show. If you want to do it, yo, just do it. Don't ask for permission. Just fucking do it. But it better work. It better work. Because what? Because you're in charge of your own character. And you got to fucking go out there. You grab the brass rings, but you risk it. If you ask for permission and you're told no, you an asshole. You an asshole and you risked your paycheck and you fucked up.
No doubt, no doubt. Another bit of news making headways this week. All In will be broadcasted in some fashion. This just came out, but it will be broadcasted. So some sort. I'm assuming if you have Honor Club, is your best chance to definitely get it. Speaking of ROH, though, they actually lost their date at MSG. They had a date at MSG, but apparently MSG looks like they.
Oh yeah, word. I heard about that. Well, I mean the E, right? If it's the E, then you gotta work with the E. You gotta make sure that E brings in E money, and so you ain't gonna mess with ROH and any of these other like half shows. You know what I mean? Like you gonna mess with the big bucks, and I wouldn't play with these ROH dudes. Hey, they're gonna sell our shows or whatever, but you're not gonna do it against the E's word,
And you're not gonna do it consistently like WWE would.
right?
But you know what? I find it ridiculous when they try to push this anti-bullying campaign, and they're the biggest bully in the market.
I agree.
Because how are you gonna do that to another promotion, right? Because at the end of the day, we're talking about the synergy that's occurring between New Japan, Ring of Honor, and WWE when it comes to any other promotion. It's understood at this point that WWE is the main market, right? And at some point, people jump over, and they're gonna just shut it down. That means they're scared. WWE is scared right now.
Savage.
I don't think so. I think they just have a stronghold over MSG, and they don't really want anybody to take that away from them. Like, look, at the end of the day, when you think of WWE, you most likely think of MSG, Bruno Sammartino, all these guys.
You
want to break that tradition? Excuse me?
Like, of course you bring that up, but that's like, like when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Did you hear that?
I mean, like that. You bring that up.
You are wearing an NWO shirt.
Well,
right
yes.
now,
Listen.
right?
The WWF.
No, I say that in the best kind of way, right? Like
That's what
I
I'm trying
love
to
the
get to, right?
Wolfpack.
Yeah, like you know what? Before we, I think, shut things down. On a real somber note, we lost a member of the wrestling world, true legend in Big Ben Vader.
That's right. That's right.
It's Vader time.
Yeah, yo, fucking one of the first really, really flexible, quick and athletic,
Listen.
agile big man, right? Super heavyweight, right? He was a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, hey, he's not what we see today, but he certainly was a beast.
He was ahead of
And
his time.
he was ahead of his time. That's the best way to mention him. And he was definitely the best co-star on Boy Meets World.
Oh, yes.
I'll fight you with my bare
Yes.
hands.
Yes.
Shout out to
yes.
Topanga.
It explains so much.
Condolences to Frankie.
Yes,
But-
yes.
Before we go,
Honestly, yo, it was very touching to see how the universe has been touched by Vader's passing. I think it shows so much of the proof of the person he was and the impact he had in the business and the industry. I mean, we can say most of his better work probably was in WCW, maybe in New Japan, wrestling with an eye popping out and whatnot. But incredible human being, and may he rest in peace.
Most definitely. Most
Vader
definitely.
Hall of Fame. ASAP.
Yeah, it's gotta happen.
It's
It
gotta
should have
happen.
happened before when he was here with us.
Yeah.
Shame on ya.
Get
Word.
this man in there. That's all the time we got for you this week,
Oh,
guys.
man.
It's been fun.
We out here.
We're gonna leave you guys with a respect tribute to Big Vader. We're gonna play his theme for you guys. Thank you for downloading from wherever you get your podcast fix.
Hey.
Shout out to iTunes. We also on there now. If you didn't know, iTunes,
Yeah.
SoundCloud,
Oh, man,
and
making
Stitcher.
moves.
Making moves.
Moving up the ladder, baby.
Check us out on Twitter and IG at HPC2 Suite and all the latest wrestling news and updates. Don't be shy to show some love also. For the entire HPC roster, I'm Victor Villain, and we'll see you next week. Too sweet and out.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!